Okay, we are back with another Rav Ashlag on the Parsha. Rav Baruch Halevi Ashlag asks a question on the pasuk in this week's Parsha that says, Sheshes Yamim Tasa Malacha, V'Yom Hashvi Kodesh Yelachem. For 6 days of the week you should work, you should do your work, you should do all of your ordinary, regular malacha, and on the seventh day it should be Kodesh to you. And Rav Ashlag asks a simple question. He says, what do you mean you're supposed to work on the 6 days of the week and the seventh day Shabbos is Kodesh? There's no difference between anything in the world. Do you think there's anything that is not Kodesh? How can it be that the 6 days of the week are not Kodesh and only Shabbos is Kodesh? What is the pasuk talking about? And so Rav Ashlag says that really what the pasuk is telling us and what it's trying to communicate to us is the importance of making the 6 days of the week a hachana, a preparation for Shabbos. By making the 6 days of the week a preparation for Shabbos, by doing hachana for Shabbos throughout all 6 days of the week through the malacha that we do during the week, then we turn the 6 days of the week themselves into Shabbos, and everything becomes kadosh. How do you prepare for Shabbos during the 6 days of the week? So we know that on a chitzonius level, on a superficial level, on a physical and materialistic level, we know the halacha, and the halacha expresses this, and this is extremely important as well. The idea that throughout the 6 days of the week, Shabbos should always be on your mind, right? I'm buying this food for Shabbos, and I'm preparing the house for Shabbos, and I'm going to do my laundry, and I'm dropping off the dry cleaning, and I'm picking up the dry cleaning so that I will have my suit for Shabbos, or I will have my dress for Shabbos, and so on and so forth. We physically prepare for Shabbos by Shabbos being on our mind, and the activities we engage in during the week being always aimed at getting us to Shabbos and getting us to the point where we can fully enjoy Shabbos. On a panemius level, however, on a deeper, more internal level, we can say that one way that we can prepare for Shabbos during the week is by feeling and fully experiencing the tzimtzum, the apparent and seeming absence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence during the week. Because unlike on Shabbos, when our reality, our consciousness, our experience through the Neshama Yisera is able to have an experience of Olam Hatzilus, of a place where there's just Yichud, where there's an appreciation that of Ein Od Milvado at a level that we don't normally experience during the week, because on Shabbos we don't do malacha. On Shabbos we just are. Instead of doing things, we can just be. Because we allow ourselves to just exist in the reality that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has created for us on Friday at candlelighting. During the week, we typically are experiencing a situation where we have to do things. We think that we have the capacity to work. We have to work in order to work. We have to work in order to have what we need. We're pressured by the week. We're pressured by the experience and the reality of the work week to do, to accomplish, to control, to affect things, to achieve things. And if we allow ourselves to fully experience that experience of tzimtzum, that experience of things are not okay, and I have to change things, I have to fix things, I have to do malacha, I have to create, I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to wash, I have to build, I have to destroy, all of the malacha that we do during the week, if we allow ourselves to fully experience the fact that we are experiencing a reality during the week where HaKadosh Baruch Hu feels a little bit absent, where our emunah is less well pronounced, and we sink less into the reality of Ein Od Milvado because we don't experience Ein Od Milvado very, very deeply during the week, that's a way of preparing for Shabbos, because it allows us to contrast our experience during the week with our experience on Shabbos. And then on Shabbos, we really experience Shabbos. If we experience the absence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu during the week through malacha, then comes Shabbos, we know what we're really getting. We know what it is that's different on Shabbos, because we know what the absence of Shabbos is. That's one way of thinking about the panemius of hachana for Shabbos, a preparation for Shabbos throughout the week that turns the whole week into an experience of Shabbos. On a deeper level, however, we can also say that in addition to feeling the absence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu during the week, the absence of bittul, the absence of the Olam Hatzilos, of Yichud, of Ein Od Milvado, because during the work week of Malacha we have to do and we have to accomplish and we have to fix because things aren't okay the way they are. Another way we can experience Shabbos during the week is to experience the presence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, even particularly within the tzimtzum, within the absence, within the hastara, within the malacha that we do during the week. We can experience all of that not as an absence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as a situation in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not here and therefore I have to do, because I can't just rely on HaKadosh Baruch Hu to make things the way they are. Rather, during the work week, we can also experience the idea and we can internalize the idea, b'hakara, b'havana, b'hargasha, intellectually and emotionally, and in our actions, we can experience that what's going on during the week is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is present even within HaKadosh Baruch Hu's seeming absence from the work week. During the work week, I have to work, and the only way to function in the world is to work, and is to do malacha, and is to accomplish, and is to achieve, and is to build, and is to work, make money, and is to serve other people's needs, and produce goods and services, and so on and so forth. That in and of itself, that reality where HaKadosh Baruch Hu seems to be absent, is in and of itself a creation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu lurks within that tzimtzum, because tzimtzum is just a distortion that allows us to think that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is absent, so that come Shabbos we can appreciate his presence that much more. But his absence is also his presence. His presence is present within the absence of the work week. And that is another way we can experience Shabbos throughout the week. At a much deeper level, we can experience the Atzilos, the Einod Milvado, the Gilui Or of Hashem that happens on Shabbos, that we're accessed through our Neshama Yisera and our higher consciousness of everything is fine exactly the way it is, and I just need to be. I don't need to do anything because I'm in God's hands and everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. We can experience that even within the work week by saying the work week needing to work is also exactly the way God needs it to be. And that is really a taste of Me'in Olam Haba. That's a taste of turning the 6 days of the week into a Yom Shekulo Shabbos, with the Gilui of Shabbos, and the revelation of Shabbos is also happening B'soch HaHastara, within the confusion and within the distortion, within the absence of HaKadosh Baruch Hu that's taking place during the week. And thereby we can literally, really, truly turn the work week into the Kodesh of Shabbos, and thereby revealing to ourselves and to others that there is only one reality. There isn't a difference between Chol and Shabbos. There is only Shabbos, and Shabbos is experienced both in Malacha during the week as well as in Menucha on Shabbos. Good Shabbos.